welcome back to another week in new genre books. My name is Amelia, and from Locus magazine, we're going to tell you the top new science fiction, fantasy, and horror books being published the week of March 26th, 2024. Please check out our annual fundraiser, which covers a significant portion of the cost for what we do. We're so grateful for everyone who has come through so far with support, and there's still some great stuff available, like a voicemail message from longtime Locus supporter Neil Gaiman. Stick around to the end today for a special bit where you will get to see what I look like in a sun hat and meet the person whose idea it was to bring you this weekly YouTube feature where we tell you all about the new books. Onto the books. First up, science fiction, we have two titles. From Sarah Zakhrich Jang, we have When I'm Her, out from Berkeley in trade paperback, ebook, and audio. This is a science fiction novel. A woman swaps bodies with a former friend who betrayed her, only to learn she's made a big mistake. It seems like a big life decision to swap bodies for another body. If you're buying a used car, you can at least see how many miles are on it, you can listen to the engine, you can look up the maintenance history, but how do you know whether a human body is in good shape when you're making this kind of transaction? Maybe a cooling off period would be a good idea. From Adrian Tchaikovsky, we have Alien Clay, out from Tor UK in hardcover trade paperback, ebook, and audio. This is a science fiction novel. On the distant world of Kiln lie the ruins of an ancient civilization. Professor Arten Dagdev has always wanted to study alien life up close. He gets what he wants, sort of. His political activism means he gets exiled from Earth to Kiln's extrasolar labor camp. Next up, horror. So much horror. We have 7 titles. From Stephen Graham Jones, we have The Angel of Indian Lake, out from Saga Press in hardcover, ebook, and audio. This is a supernatural thriller/horror novel, third in the Indian Lake trilogy, featuring slasher film buff Jade, now Jennifer, Daniels. Our hero returns to Proof Rock, Idaho to build a life after years of sacrifice, only to find the lake witch is waiting for her. From Thomas Olde Huvelt, we have Oracle, out from Hodder and Stoughton UK in hardcover, ebook, and audio. This is a supernatural survival horror novel featuring occult specialist Robert Grimm, investigating a centuries-old shipwreck in a field. This is the first English language edition, translated from the Dutch by Moshe Julula. From Sami Ellis, we have Dead Girls Walking, out from Amulet in hardcover, ebook, and audio. This is a young adult horror. A teen searching for her dead mother's body pretends to work at the summer camp for queer teen horror fans that was once her serial killer father's home. And then a new body turns up. From Jennifer Thorne, we have Diavola, out from Nightfire in hardcover, trade paperback, and ebook. This is a humorous gothic horror novel about a family destination vacation to a remote villa with a violent past. From Scott Carson, a pen name for Michael Corita, we have Lost Man's Lane, out from Bestler in hardcover, ebook, and audio. In this supernatural horror novel, a teen is excited to intern with a private investigator, especially when a local woman disappears, but then his sharp observations and unusually good memory get him accused of lying. From Lindsay Starck, we have Monsters We Have Made, out from Penguin Random Vintage in trade paperback, ebook, and audio. This is a horror novel. Faye, who at 11 attacked her babysitter to impress an internet monster, the Kingman, disappears 10 years later, and her mother discovers the Kingman is involved. And I want to know if the internet monster was appropriately impressed. What does it take to impress a monster? From Van Huang, we have The Monstrous Mrs Mai, out from 47 North in trade paperback, ebook, and audio. This is a horror novel. 4 young women struggling to succeed in 1959 Los Angeles try a spell that works, leading to more spells and bigger sacrifices, until Cordy Mai Yin realizes she must develop her own power to break free. Next up, fantasy, we have 6 new books. From H.A. Clark, we have The Feast Makers, out from Erewhon in hardcover and ebook. This is a young adult fantasy novel, the third and final in the Scapegracers trilogy. The covens have convened for the trial of Madeline Klein. When she begs the Scapegracers to save her from a cruel and unusual punishment, Sideways knows they have to get involved. From M.J. Rose, we have Forgetting to Remember, out from Blue Box Press in hardcover, trade paperback, and ebook. This is a time travel romance novel. A museum curator finds a pre-Raphaelite love token that transports her to 1867, where she falls for the artist. From Joseph Coelho and Kate Milner, we have The Boy Lost in the Maze, out from Candlewick Press in hardcover, ebook, and audio. This is a young adult novel in verse, mixing the stories of a contemporary teen searching for his father and the Minotaur. From Thomas Krug, we have Pharaohs Gold Out from Titan Books UK in trade paperback and ebook. This is a historical adventure novel about a band of mercenaries in 701 BC Egypt who decide to rob a tomb for gold they're owed and stumble across an ancient curse, which is technically, I think, debt collection if they're taking back something they're owed, but then how did they get into a business deal with the dead pharaoh? From Hadeer Elsbai, we have The Weavers of Alamaxa out from Harper Voyager US in hardcover, ebook, and audio. This is a feminist fantasy novel, the second in the Alamaxa duology, inspired by Egypt. From Amy Carter, we have Royal Scandal out from Delacorte in hardcover, ebook, and audio. This is a young adult alternate world mystery novel, sequel to Royal Blood, about the American teen illegitimate daughter of British King Alexander. Finally, in collections, we have 4 titles. From Harlan Ellison, we have Greatest Hits out from Union Square & Co. in trade paperback, ebook, and audio, edited by J. Michael Straczynski. This is a collection of 19 stories. Most of them are award winners or nominees. There is a foreword by Neil Gaiman and an introduction by Michael Chabon. From Cage Baker, we have Maelstrom and Other Martian Tales out from Subterranean Press in hardcover. This is a limited edition collection of Cage Baker's Mars stories. From John Wyndham, we have Logical Fantasy, The Many Worlds of John Wyndham out from Subterranean Press in hardcover. This is a collection of John Wyndham stories, including 5 that were previously uncollected. This is a limited edition of 1,000. From Paul Jessup, we have The Skinless Man Counts to 5 and Other Tales of the Macabre out from Underland Press in trade paperback and ebook. This is a collection of short stories of the weird and macabre. And look, we really need to ask for your support to get up to our 4,000 watch hours. We've gotten over the 1,000 subscriber mark, which is a big deal, and we're really pleased with that. And the next goal is to get our watch hours up, which will really help us out because that's how YouTube works. Our videos are only 8 minutes or so, and we only do one a week, and we really want to put together more content for you. And we have all these ideas of things we want to do, but we need your support. Please do me a solid, push these videos out to your social media following, and please go take a look at older videos because the books are still good, and so are the jokes. And please like and subscribe and comment. All of that will help us out. It matters a great deal to us to have your eyes and ears, and we try to be worth your time. Next up, I have a special guest star cameo from the editor-in-chief of Locus, Liza Gruen-Tromby. Locus is not just a scrappy YouTube presence, but also a website and a magazine dedicated to demystifying genre publishing, and Liza is the person who came up with the idea to get on YouTube and tell you about all these books, and she told me I'd be great as a presenter. Doing the show every week is a lot of fun for us, and it wouldn't happen without a lot of work from Liza, Josh, Laurel, Carolyn, Arlie, and the rest of the Locusverse. And Liza and I happened to be taking a little nature walk the other day when we decided we'd record something for you, and we happened to be wearing our sun hats. I wanted to take a second and introduce you to somebody who is really important to me and to Locus. This is Liza Gruen-Tromby, whose idea this is. Liza, can you tell us a little bit about what Locus does?
Locus covers the science fiction, fantasy, horror, young adult genre publishing field. We cover all the books. You guys know what we do, right? We check out what books are coming out and we let everybody know, and we do reviews and conference and convention coverage, and we do a little publishing news, we interview authors, all kinds of excellent stuff. We love it. What is it? The subject matter rocks.
And I heard there's a little bit of a fundraiser going on.
And there's a fundraiser going on right now. We have a lot of folks that come to our website, read our reviews, and enjoy what we do. They watch the YouTube channel, enjoy what Amelia does every week, telling everyone what books are coming out. And all we need is everyone to go and just do a little bit of support, keep us doing what we do.
Thank you for joining us in sunny Florida.
And look for the link down below.
Look for the link in the thing where we put it. That wraps up this week. Come see us at Locus Mag or at Locus Magazine on most platforms, www.locusmag, or our Patreon. Thanks for spending some time with us. Check out the link to our fundraiser on Indiegogo down below and let me know what books you're looking forward to. Come back and see us again soon, and we'll be here next week with more new books.